Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the new normal and dragon type Pokemon Drampa in Pokemon Go. I have personally never used this in the main series games. I've seen it when I saw it, thought it was pretty funny, but hey, let's go ahead and see what it can do in Pokemon Go here. This is going to be the first one that I caught. That's what it is. We're just going to go ahead and just invest those regular candies and go for it here. So the moves that we do have are going to be Dragon Breath, Fly, and Outrage. I do believe it also has Dragon Pulse and then Zen Headbutt. So this is going to be the moveset that you're going to want to run here. I personally got off Outrage maybe once. I kept going for Fly. You're not getting stabbed from that or anything. It's just going to be less energy. And honestly, old Drampa over here can't really take a hit too well. Honestly, it has decent attack, but otherwise, it's a fun Pokemon to use. For sure, worth your investment and trying out. It's not like that, but just take note that it's not going to be able to take a hit, especially against super effective. We're going to be pairing it up with Shadow Gengar and Tapu Fini, and it did pretty well for me until it started countering me. I'm going to have to say, I haven't seen this many Ice-type leads ever in Ultra League. It's outstandingly incredible and funny to see. But we'll leave it at that and take a look at what we have here. Our opponent is shieldless. We're up against this is Bomb Snow here. We're going to go ahead and shield it up, hitting me with a not very effective Icy Wind and lowering my attack. And now I'm going to be able to go for that Moonblast here, swap into the Drampa, and Dragon Breath them down and take that win. Next game, what are we going to lead with? The Drampa. I think we're leading with that the entire time. Met with the Skeledirge. This is actually not bad at all, as they can't really go for the Shadow Ball because it's not very effective to our normal, but their Disarming Voice is super effective. They let the Fly go, and Disarming Voice, look at that. Do you see how it can't really take a hit here? All right, so they're going to be swapping into the Fighting Monkey here, which, I mean, it has only fighting type moves. I would love to use it, but I would not want to be put in the situation that they're in right here. So what we're going to do is go ahead and just under tap the Shadow Punch so we can actually gain a little bit more energy here. Although all the moves are not very effective, I still want to make sure we maintain some health here. And we're going to go ahead and throw this immediately. What do they bring into the fight? Primarina sounds good to me. So I kind of messed up by letting them sneak a Charm through there. That's okay. I do believe they actually, charm me down before I'm able to get to the next one here. So it's all up to the Tapu Fini. Gonna go ahead and go for the Surf. It's not very effective, but this is what we have to do at this point here. Still holding on to 2 shields, and since Charm is so slow to farm up energy, we're not going to have to worry about them getting to another one, and they're actually going to back out here as they did go one of my shields. They probably just wanted to do that, not go down to shield. Next game, we're going to be met with a Gengar. This is actually amazingly good. We do need to look out for Sludge Bomb and Focus Blast, of course. Dark Pulse, I suppose, that's a Legacy. I don't know if you're going to really want to run that. You might as well just go with the Shadow Ball. So we are going to shield this up. They did trick me, you son of a gun. Watch this. They are going to be going for a Sludge Bomb. Yes, and it almost one-shots. Now do you see what I was saying about it can't take a hit? Now we do win that matchup and we do get to Fly, which is still pretty good. Can't complain about that, right? But yeah, man, the thing really can't take a hit. Bringing in the Shadow Gengar to take control here. We're going to let this go, calling the Grass Knot and or maybe Moonblast. So they go for the Grass Knot, still doing a decent amount of damage here. And we are going to see them swap, bringing in their Typhlosion. We're going to go for the Shadow Punch. We're not making it to Shadow Ball. Yeah, we're going to go down actually right now. And we do have Tapu Fini. We're looking great here. But the thing about Typhlosion is it does have Solar Beam. So we're going to go ahead and shield that up. Now, even if the Cresselia had a Grass Knot ready to go, it's not going to be enough because, I mean, we're going to still Water Gun them down. Alrighty, looking good here. We're going to go ahead and collect our rewards. And I do believe I got a 3-2 on that one. So, okay, Drampa putting in the work here. And we do have a Sand Slash Shadow. Okay, swapping into our Tapu Fini. Oh, what do you know? We're countered in the front and in the middle. Okay, they don't want us to go positive here with the Drampa. So Shadow Zapdos, that's very interesting. Okay, just a coincidence here. And they are shielding that up, going for the Drill Peck, and we are going to see them throw yet again more energy here. I would assume, obviously, another Drill Peck. We're going to shield that up to kind of put on the pressure here, see if they want to double shield that Zapdos. If they do, that's going to be absolutely amazing, and they do fan-freaking-tastic. Looked like they wanted to kind of quick move me down, but they're going to go ahead and throw here, which is great for me, using up that energy. And we're going to go ahead and bring in Gengar to just Shadow Claw them out of here. So what do they have in the back? What are we going to see? Bringing back that Sand Slash. Now we're going to have to use the shield here, but that's okay. And go for the Shadow Ball. Maybe could have went for Shadow Punch, but we're not going to try to risk it. We're just going to go ahead and take them out. And they do have a Poliwrath in the back, so I immediately swap into the Drampa. And I'm thinking there's just nothing I can do to get away here from this damn game. But it's a Scold, so they must have Power Up Punch and Scold. Oh, that is perfect. So we're able to get to the fly. Not quite enough. One more counter is taking me down, but Gengar's able to finish it off, and we take that win. Thank goodness they didn't have... was it Icy Wind? So good. Or Ice Punch. Next game, we're met with a Greninja. This is actually pretty good for us here as we do resist the water, but I want you to see this is going to be a Night Slash. I'm pretty sure, but look at that. And now Hydro Cannon is doing a little bit more, and that is just, come on. Come on. All right, bringing in their own dragon to Dragon Breath us down. Sounds good to me. We're going to go ahead and bring in Tapu Fini. We did a lot of damage before we did go down here. And if they have a Hurricane, it's not going to be good for me, but more than likely not. They're just farming up a bunch of energy here. So we're going to actually let it go. And it is going to be just a superpower, and they do swap into an Excadrill. I kind of wanted to bring in the Gengar, but I think this is what we're going to want to do for now. So we're going to go ahead and just stay here, shield that up, put on the pressure with the Surf, and we're going to be getting their last shield here. Could have swapped into Gengar, but I was still trying to figure out what the hell I should do here because we know that the Dragonite does have a ton of energy, right? So we're going to go ahead and throw this Surf and immediately swap into the Gengar. I do believe that's what we're going to want to do. And here we go. Since their health is so low, I don't really know what they can do. I don't think a Dragon Claw is even going to take us out here at this point, to be honest. And Gengar takes the win for us up against our opponent there. Very good. Next game, a Articuno. Okay, there's another one of those ice types. We're going to go ahead and swap into Tapu Fini, and we're met with a Venusaur. We're out of here. Not even wasting my time. Next game, we have a Skeletor. This is a pretty good matchup. We've already seen how much Disarming Voice does, but they're going to be swapping into their Shadow Poliwrath, and I immediately bring in the Gengar here. I could have went with the Tapu Fini, but I'm not trying to deal with building all the way up to Moonblast. They keep shielding it up, and then the Skull nonsense. So we're just going to go ahead and bring in the Gengar and put on the pressure here. So unfortunately for me, I build all the way up to Shadow Ball, thinking they might let it go, and they shield it up. So my gosh, that was a ton of energy down the drain there. I'm going to let this Icy Wind go. We have a massive resistance to counter, so we're going to be able to just simply get to the Shadow Punch again, and they go down after using both shields. Now we have the alignment that we want here up against this Skeletor with our Tapu Fini. This is perfect. And we'll let this go. We don't want to use that shield quite yet. Waiting for maybe a swap or something like that. They're staying in here. It sounds good to me. We're going to go ahead and take them out before they get to a Disarming Voice. And they do have a Tapu Fini in the back. So what's going to happen here is they actually close out their ab. So we're going to see it freeze. It didn't just freeze at the end, okay? Could it happen? Absolutely. But it doesn't happen like too often like that. So definitely close out the wrap. So they were going to lose. Yeah, we had a shield left anyways, and Drampa taking the win. Now I suggest when that does happen, you could throw a charge move if it's resisted, or at least your quick move if that's resisted and it takes too long. But usually just want to quick move them down because you'll be stuck in that animation for a second there when you go for the charge move. Next game, we're met with an Obstagoon. So this is, in fact, going to be very good up against two of my Pokemon. So we're going to have to just stay here and... yeah, take it like a Drampa. Okay, that's what it is. All right, so we're going down, and we're going to go ahead and bring in the Tapu Fini here to farm them down and just come out of this battle with a lot of energy. Obviously, we can't be bringing in the Gengar here. And they get to another one. That's okay. Tapu Fini have a lot of energy. I would assume they're going to have a counter to Fairy here, so let's see what it is going to be. Still have 2 shields and a decent amount of health. And they're bringing in a Cresselia, not necessarily a counter, but a tank that can throw a lot of charge moves and takes neutral. So we're going to throw that Moonblast and then swap, and they do have an Annihilate in the back after we swapped into our Shadow Gengar here. Going to go for the Shadow Punch, getting a shield out of them. And I'm thinking, okay, well, I don't really need to go for Shadow Ball at this point. We just need to come out of this battle with a little bit of energy to take out that Cresselia here. So going for another Shadow Punch. Do they want a double shield? And they are double shielding. So we're going to throw immediately here because at this point, by the time we get to the Shadow Punch, we'll be able to take out the Cresselia with another Shadow Punch after all these Shadow Claws. I think I just said that backwards a little bit, but that's okay. Grass not shielding it up, no problem. Going for the Shadow Punch and taking the win here. I'm telling you, man, this Gengar really put in the work for me today alongside Drampa. It was really nice. Okay, so we're met with, okay, that's something you don't see every day, but they're going to be swapping into their Baxcalibur. So, now this is something you don't see every day either. All right, so we're just going to swap into the Tapu Finn here. There's no way they can really beat us. I guess they can double shield, but they let it go, which is amazing. They did lower our attack, and they do come back in here with the super effective damage, and it looks like they're going to farm us down here and come out of this with a decent amount of energy. All right, so this is in Ultra League, so that thing is going to be taking a decent amount of damage. Bringing back into the Drampa here so we can just let this go, but I'm shielding it up. I guess we're just going to do that. Just to preserve the health. The thing can't take a hit even if it's resisted almost. All right, bringing in Annihilate, going super effective fly. They let it go, which is crazy. We're going to go ahead and shield this up here. It's a Shadow Ball going all in there. And at this point, well, we're just going to be able to beat them with simple quick moves here, even though I'm going for that charge move. This will absolutely take out the Gengar. Yeah, this thing can't take a hit. Talk about can't take a hit. That one can't. And Drampa, old Drampa there is finishing it off for us. Let's go. All right, next game met with, okay, a freaking Alolan Ninetales with what? Charm? All right, sounds good. Charm. We're going to go ahead and bring in the Tapu Finn here because we don't want to really go into our hard counter quite yet. So bringing it in, going for the Surf. Yeah, I mean, we could take the hits. Kind of nice here. It's no problem. Thinking that this might be a Powdered Snow, letting it go. It's a freaking Psyshock, so lovely here. But at least we're able to get to another Surf, so that's pretty good. Let's see if they want a double shield, and they freaking do. Love to see that so much. Gonna wait for that clock here so we can swap when they do. They are shieldless, and we're looking pretty good. Definitely shielding this up here, and I do believe we're gonna farm them down. I think that's just the play. Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. What you got for my Gengar? Giratina sounds good. Shadow Ball's gonna just about one-shot. One more Shadow Claw, and we're taking them out there. That is freaking nuts. Bringing in a Swampert. Another just about one-shot here. Gonna immediately swap into the Drampa so we can get a little bit of action because it was screwed in the beginning like usual with all these ice types, and we take the win. All right, and that's a 4-1. Yeah, I mean, the thing's pretty good. It's just a matter of, do they want to hard counter you? So out with the ice and in with the fairy. That's the motto now for the next set. Niantic set for me here. Gotta love it. It's just so frustrating. I don't want to go on a little rant or tirade or anything like that, but just know that I'm dealing with this crowd too. And somebody said, props to me for continuing on doing this. You know, I love battling. I really do. It's a fun system. It's not the best. It's not the most perfect system in the world for Pokemon Go, but it's still pretty fun. I think we can all admit that to some degree. What we don't like is one, the lag. First of all, the logical one is the lag at the most crazy, inconvenient times. Could it just be, oh, it's their servers at the most coincidental, random times that you need to pull off that certain thing to win? Sure, we can chalk it up sometimes to that, but people are making it lag for sure. The second is the manipulation. It just drives you crazy, you know? Switch your team and then it just hits you again. It's a really unfortunate thing, but I really do like Pokemon Go Battle League system. Just wish it was a little bit more neutral when it came down to online play. Alrighty, so we're up against Glissopod here, and oh, that was so bad. Okay, so here we go. You could swap in at the right time, but usually you'll get taken out if you throw it the wrong time or if you have such low health. What you can do is wait till your Pokemon goes down, and if you have that energy, then you tap it immediately, and there's a little window in where you'll be able to do that, and that's what I should have done there. So we're taking a loss. Yeah, good game. Next one, oh, see, like what I said, out with the ice and in with the fairy for the hard counters on this set. So we're swapping into the Gengar here. It's not necessarily a hard counter. They're still fine, but they bring in the Greninja. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the Shadow Ball here and back out because that's a loss. Johnny? All right, what do we have next for him today? A Surfetched. All right, in with the fighting. In with the fighting. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Gengar. We can't risk this being a Night Slash, so we're going to shield it up. It's a Leaf Blade. That's okay. We still had it to shield up anyway, so, you know, whatever. Bringing in a Charizard and getting a shield right away there with a Shadow Punch. Going for another one here. Do believe they're going to be letting this go. Oh my goodness. Doing a lot of damage, but unfortunately not enough for them to think about using the shield. And we're going to go ahead and let that Dragon Claw go. Unfortunately, they're going to be farming me down. Bringing in the Tapu Finn. This is just a Dragon Claw. One last scratch before it falls. Down goes the Charizard. And they're bringing in an Omnistar. Now, this is more than likely going to be a legacy here. Let's see it. Rock Slide's legacy, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. All right, there it is. Very nice. Spicy. Gotta respect people who use stuff like this. All right, so I'm thinking, what the hell am I going to do here? Let's go ahead and just swap. They're going to swap as well, bringing in that Surfetch, which is super effective. We're going to let this go Leaf Blade again, right? Right, not very effective. We get to the fly. This is going to KO. I mean, the quick move on the Omnistar is not going to be able to really do too much. So they're going to have to throw here, and we'll have... Oh, actually, we're just going to shield it up so we can have it take the win here. Take the win. There you go. Looking good. Next game. What are we going to see? Fighting? No. Okay. This is neutral. We'll take it. Finally. All right. So we're going to go ahead and just throw fly. Again, I really didn't go for outrage. I just wanted to make sure I did damage before I went down because the thing can't take a hit. Or people shield it up. Swapping in a Poliwrath, we're going to go ahead and bring in that Gengar here, and this is looking pretty good. We can let this Ice, or was it Icy Wind? Yeah, we'll let that Icy Wind go. Lowering my attack, we're going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball here. We're playing it a little risky. Last time they shielded it up. This time they're going to be letting it go. Sounds good. We're still holding on to 2 shields. Attack is down and bringing in a, I was going to say Suicune, Raikou. Okay, well that was definitely taking me by surprise here. So we have a Raikou out here. Let's go. We're shielding this up, even though they can throw not very effective moves. Actually, we would have survived that Shadow Ball, I think. Son of a gun. No, we definitely would have survived that Shadow Ball. Easy. But I didn't know. Could have been a Wild Charge and still done a lot of damage. This thing can't take a hit. But we're looking pretty good here. Farming them down. And they're backing out and take that win there. Alrighty. Really wish I would have let that Volt or Shadow Ball go and see how much it did. Next game, we're met with the Giratina with Shadow Claw. This is an interesting situation. Take a look at how much a Dragon Claw does coming from a Giratina. Half health. We can barely take another one, if that. That's nuts. So it's not as comfortable as you may think. Outrage! Hey, we went for it. We did it. Let's go. All right, they're throwing here right at the edge. I'm going to shield it up because we should be able to get to the fly. Hopefully, let's see what happens here. I think they come in with a Fairy. Actually, okay, never mind. It is going to be a Sylveon. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Gengar here. This is looking pretty good for us. As long as we can get all these shields, we'll be pretty much smooth sailing. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So there you have it. I mean, we gotta, I think this may be the last battle, but Drampa, it's pretty fun. It's a pretty cool Pokemon here. Can't take a hit, but that's not Niantic's fault. That's just the way it is. Built for its stats, right? That's just the way it goes. There you have it. I'm gonna kind of hunt for the shiny. I don't know. I'll do whatever invites that are set my way because I kind of want this one for sure. But otherwise, I'll probably use it again because it is interesting. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!